They said y'all niggas did it. They thought y'all had shot Q50 up.
Man, we don't know nothing about nothing. They said a lot of people did that shit, man.
We did that shit, nigga.
Nah.
We did it.
They said a lot of shit about that shit. We don't know nothing about nothing.
Little Jeff was known as one of the wildest crash outs in Chi-Rock history. And now Q50 had just turned things up a notch, taking his beef to another level and sparking chaos across 2 cities. In August 2025, reports started swirling that Q50 had been seriously hurt in St. Louis. A clip started floating around showing the scene outside a hospital, and people online were saying that Q50 was the one who got caught up. The internet went crazy with rumors that he might not survive. Some were even saying it was already over for him. But the thing was, there weren't any official reports confirming anything, and nobody knew for sure what had actually happened. Q50 went silent for a bit, and that only made the mystery worse. Then out of nowhere, he popped up on IG Live the very next day, laughing and trolling his rivals in St. Louis. He said, "Free body, free money. Like you, I've been spent that 60K. It didn't seem like Q50 had really been hit, but word on the street was that his car had been sprayed up. Rumor had it, this all kicked off because Q50 allegedly ran off with $60,000 from some tough guys in St. Louis. Some said he finessed the show promoter.
First, my brother gang. Stop all that, boy. I'm not into it, my brother, man. What's wrong with y'all, folks? My dead homie. That is my brother gang. He'll never fall out over shit. I just was mad at folks for a little bit, that's all.
While others claimed he scammed a plug in the city with fake product, and that's what sparked the whole mess. So when Q50 came back to St. Louis for a performance, some local crews were supposedly waiting and almost caught him slipping. Now, Q50's got enemies everywhere. And after that night, tons of people started claiming credit for what went down. But most folks believed it was CTS Little Wick and his crew who were really behind the whole situation. Little Wick, a drill rapper from St. Louis, made headlines after a wild case where he was accused of a serious incident but managed to beat the charges in court. And after the talk started spreading about Q50 supposedly being attacked, Little Wick's homie, Houdini Rail, hopped on live and said he'd never gone after somebody that well known before. The internet went crazy over it. Word on the street was that CTS Little Wick was the same dude Q50 allegedly took $60,000 from, which is why people thought Wick and his crew wanted to get back at him. But then Little Wick went live himself and made it clear that nobody ever took money from him, though he admitted he did try to get even in real life. That statement had everyone talking. Later, a Chicago guy came online backing up Wick's story.
Long live my Mac, I was down.
Hey, Jug, on my dead grandma phone, you alive?
I damn near shed a tail phone now. That hurt me a little bit. I was like, dang, it's real. Long live Kenny Mac, I was there. I witnessed that. We was about to lake. I think ever since then, I've been. That's probably what it was. I feel like they clapped my homie.
Shouting out a bunch of names from St. Louis. See, Q50 and his crew, the Bloodhounds, were already in heavy beef with the Chicago group known as 9-5 Mob. Then Little Dre from 9-5 Mob tagged the St. Louis squad and wrote, "I love y'all on 2X grade. Y'all stood on everything y'all told me. I got something for y'all." But Lil Dre got roasted hard for basically dry snitching on his own team like that. He deleted the post real quick, but someone had already screenshotted it and dropped it on Instagram for the world to see. What really went down in St. Louis still isn't clear, but the drama just kept getting deeper. After everything that went down in St. Louis, Q50 decided to fire back. Not with words, but with music. He dropped a track that straight up dissed the whole city, sending shockwaves through both sides. In the song 60K in Raps, he threw out lines like, "Long live Little Jeff," LAX with a Drake, "Ain't trying to hear no hate, get out of my face." St. Louis still mad I took 60K. Forget it, now let's talk about pay.
Yeah, fuck used to hang with them, they know what they did.
So, okay.
They know what they did.
So, okay, the Bloodhounds, y'all was cool.
Everybody that got a that was my homie. He stole the chain, bro. We tried like he took it. He stole my homie chain.
Who was that South J or something?
Nah, brother. One of the other guys.
This other one.
Both letting him wear the J. He come back like he got into a high speed with 12. Line saying he lost it.
Broke ops, next funeral, I'm gonna pay. People instantly knew he was throwing shots at CTS Little Wick and his crew. Then he added another barn that had everyone talking. Talk about 60 shots, I ain't even got a scratch. They said I was gone, but I'm flying on a jet. What I look like letting some lame from St. Louis make me a pack. He's a white boy, don't be surprised when he gets stretched. The diss was brutal, and the internet exploded with reactions. Fans started dissecting every line, claiming Q50 had just reignited the St. Louis beef full force. In another verse, Q50 seemed to stamp an old rumor about him allegedly moving fake product in the city. He rapped about selling something out of town, saying the buyers didn't even know it wasn't real. That line caused even more drama, especially when CTS Little Wick and his homie Sumo Dub dropped a fiery response track called Bloodhound Diss. In their song, Little Wick clapped back hard, saying lines like, "I really get through every gap, make your raps go post up in the rack."
Beastie B.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
So this not no overnight shit? Like,
Nah,
y'all
this
doing?
ain't no just overnight internet shit. You know what I'm saying? There's more behind the shit than just what motherfuckers are called dick riding. You know, we ain't just dick riding each other on some, oh, we with them cause they static with them. Nah, that's not even why we cool with them.
If I catch a bloodhound, he won't get far. Fans went wild over the back and forth. Rumors also started floating that Q50 had been there the night his close friend Little Jeff lost his life. And Little Wick used that moment in his lyrics too, taking aim at Q50's past. "We got a 60 with 2 Drakes, that's like 2 20s in his car. There's nothing but traces in his Glock. He tried to run but didn't get far," he rapped, making it clear the tension was way beyond music now. Little Wick tried to play it cool and denied knowing anything about the shooting, but he couldn't help taking shots at Q50's late friend Little Jeff. He claimed he'd linked up with 9-5 Mob in Chicago, a crew that's got a long-standing issues with Q50's side, the Bloodhounds. That move made the situation even more tense between both cities. But Q50 didn't just target Little Wick and his crew. He went after the entire city of St. Louis in his raps. Chicago usually gets all the attention for its street violence, but St. Louis actually has an even higher rate of deadly incidents. The city's full of people ready to stand on business.
Bro, go get your 60 back. They ain't take 60 from me. They ain't take nothing from me, gang.
Hell yeah, bro.
They ain't take shit from me.
Let me see what's to that.
I was trying to take something from them. In life.
And everyone's been asking the same question. Who's really bold enough to come for Q50 after he dissed their whole city? Since running off with that 60K and walking away untouched, Q50 has been showing up around St. Louis like he's untouchable. But after all this drama, his target just got way bigger. And if he decides to go back there, he's definitely walking into dangerous territory. And it's not just St. Louis he's got to worry about. Chicago could be risky for him too. And fans online have been saying they're genuinely worried about his safety if he keeps moving like that. Q50 actually spent part of his childhood in Chicago before his family moved to Gary, Indiana. His mom and other relatives had connections to a Chicago crew known as Hit City, the same area that the Bloodhounds represent now. After Q50's cousin Darius tragically lost his life in the car crash, members of Hit City started calling themselves Darius World in his memory. Q50's family also had connections to another Chicago crew known as Lowlight, the same group people say was involved in a major street conflict after a local rapper dissed another crew.
Tell their ass check on Q50, man. They didn't park this shit down there.
Somebody recorded the scene outside of a hospital.
But once Q50's family moved out of Chicago, it looked like he might have finally been free from all that street pressure. Back in the day, Q50 had big dreams. He wanted to be a basketball star. His grandpa even posted online about how Q50 once promised to buy him a brand new car when he made it to the NBA. But things didn't go as planned. Those hoop dreams faded fast, and by the time Q50 got to high school, he was already known for getting into fights and wild situations. There was even a video of one fight that went viral, and Q50's mom jumped in the comments saying her son had been jumped but still stood his ground. She sounded proud that he didn't fold under pressure. Even though Q50 managed to graduate high school while living outside of Chicago, he was still tied to that lifestyle through family and friends. He didn't grow up right in the middle of the chaos, but his bloodline and his cousin connections kept him linked to it. By the time he finished school, Q50 was already hanging out with Lil Jeff, another well-known bloodhound from Chicago. Q50 also had ties with a crew known as MTV-079 through his homie Mass Scum. Mass was another young artist trying to make a name for himself in the rap game. But things took a dark turn when he reportedly got caught up in a serious legal situation involving law enforcement back in 2023. According to reports, Mass and 3 others allegedly went on a reckless crime spree that shocked the city that night. The story took a darker turn when reports came out saying Mass Scum and his crew wanted quick cash to throw a barbecue.
Free body, free money, like you. I best make that 60K.
According to police, they allegedly robbed 3 people and stole a car, all in one wild night. Things spiraled when an officer named Ariana Peterson was tragically killed. Authorities say Ariana was heading home from work when Mass Scum and his crew supposedly tried to rob her. She reportedly fired first to defend herself, but they shot back, taking her life in a horrific way. It's one of those stories that left the entire city stunned. Afterwards, investigators claim the suspects even took her weapon and sold it. The whole situation blew up all over the news and online, turning Mass Scum's name from an up-and-coming rapper into a headline for all the wrong reasons. Q50 doesn't officially claim MTV 079, but he's connected to them through his squad, the Bloodhounds. The Bloodhounds originally came together in the early 2010s, a combination of several street crews like Drill City, MTV 079, 400 East, and Chris World. Even though multiple groups were involved, most of the members came out of Drill City, so that became the Bloodhounds' main territory. Lil Jeff was always repping the Bloodhounds proudly, and since he and Q50 were blood cousins, their bond was tight. Once they got older, they started linking up more, and Q50 ended up diving headfirst into that lifestyle, making moves alongside Lil Jeff. Back in the day, Drill City used to be part of a bigger collective called Lorm City. But after some internal drama where a few Drill City guys allegedly robbed some older members, everything fell apart. That split created new sets like Drill City, Mix Mob, and Tree Mob, and that internal beef set off a chain reaction that pulled a lot of people into street conflicts. After Lawn City broke apart, Drill City found itself clashing with several other groups in the area like A-Ray Mob and Hip Squad. And things only got messier when some of their rivals linked up with 9-5 Mob, the same crew the CTS Little Wick is connected to. Lil Jeff's older brother.
Do we have a location where that person was shot?
Is that East
Charlie. Just watch the 6-5. Just try for it, please. Please.
10-1-89 in St. Lawrence. Shots fired at the police. 89 in St. Lawrence. Shots
About
fired
700 East Side 89 place. 700 East Side 89 place. 10-1 return the police.
Jay Boogie was locked in tight with the Bloodhounds and had strong ties to a guy from Chris World named Kenny Mack. Kenny was known for being active in the streets and was allegedly involved in a conflict with a rival crew called TYNMB. But tragedy hit hard. One night, their enemies reportedly caught up with Kenny Mack and took his life right in front of Lil Jeff, who was only 11 years old at the time. Witnessing that changed him forever. After losing someone so close, Lil Jeff started to spiral. He eventually became one of the most feared young names in his city, and he once said that seeing Kenny Mack lose his life was what really broke something inside him. It was like after that, he couldn't see a way out. Lil Jeff tried to escape the streets through basketball. He had real talent, but didn't make the varsity team in his sophomore year, and that crushed him. From then on, he threw himself fully into the streets, feeling like he had nothing else left to hold on to. Around that same time, Q50 and their cousin Bloodhound Money started getting serious in the booth, trying to make music their way out. One of the first times Lil Jeff was ever spotted on camera was when he appeared in the background of Z Money's video for the track Gone MIA. Later in December 2021, he popped up again in his brother Jay Boogie's music video for Green. Back then, Drill City, Chris World, and Trap City had formed an alliance known as 06679, a powerful link-up that had tension with several other sets, like Evans Mob, Hit Squad, and Tree Mob. According to multiple street sources, that rivalry ran deep. And it's rumored that in 2021, things got deadly when a man from Tree Mob named Clay was shot and killed.
I was 16. Around that time,
You was doing the Soldier Boy
I
and
was
shit.
trying to play basketball, but that's around the time I ain't make the varsity team. So at 16 was when I was realizing this real. I don't know what the I'm gonna do. Cause you know, after that point, it's like once you don't make that team, it's over with.
Whispers started spreading online that Lil Jeff might have been the one behind it, but nothing was ever officially confirmed. There's no solid proof that Lil Jeff was directly involved in Clay's death. Some sources even claim it was actually Q50 and Jeff's homie Verdon who were behind it. But things didn't calm down after that. Right after Clay was gone, another man named Ruger was found dead in Drill City's territory. No one was ever officially charged for it, but rumors spread fast online after one of Clay's cousins accidentally gave up too much info on Facebook. Both sides were losing people, and the cycle just kept spinning. A month later, Tree Mob lost another member named Lil Crew, who was reportedly caught in another street attack. People around the area started whispering that Vert might have been the one who did it to avenge Ruger. On his track Piss Me Off, Vert rapped, "We just got get back for Ruger, so don't play like we some hoes. And ops that's on the ground, they asked the rat, don't get exposed. We lost bro, but they lost 4. We had to creep up on the score." Those lyrics had fans thinking he might have been confessing through music. And then on another track, Live or Die, Vert dropped even more suspicious bars that had people talking. He rapped, "We riding in cars and we see ops, and that's another hit." He tried to play crazy with Trey Crew, that's another stick. You know, forget Trey Crew and Clay, I got the brothers lit. Fans instantly connected those lines to the same street drama, saying Vert had basically just confirmed what happened. By that time, Q50 and Lil Jeff were already making noise in the trenches. But a year later, Jeff decided to switch things up and hop into music for real.
I can take it back long. Plus, you know my bag long. I told not to trust. No, you damn wrong. Oh, turn down. Suck up, burn down. I'm saying I'm like playing out. Lay the whole clan down. Leave him with his pants down.
He took all that street energy and started putting it into his tracks, calling out his rivals through lyrics instead of actions. After Lil Jeff dropped his first track, things in the streets heated up fast. Not long after, another violent incident went down, and according to rumors, Q50 might have been involved. In November 2022, a man from 9-5 Mob named Boogie was tragically shot and killed outside of McDonald's. Reports say Boogie, his brother, and his mother had just pulled up to grab some food when shots suddenly rang out.
Boogie's brother was hit in the back, but somehow managed to survive, though Boogie sadly didn't make it. What made the whole situation even crazier was that it happened at the same McDonald's where another local figure, Lil J, had been shot back in 2013. Less than 2 weeks after Boogie's death, there was another shooting at that same location, and eventually, the restaurant had to shut down for good because of all the violence tied to it. Police were never able to officially link anyone to Boogie's death, but when Q50 started releasing music in 2023, fans thought he might have given himself away in his own lyrics. On his track Coffin, he rapped, "Go pick your brother up." Now that's disrespect. Forget 9-5. New pack coming next. Run up, get close, I'ma do it the best. The internet blew up, saying Q50 was basically taunting Boogie's crew through that song. Then, in another track called Splash Bros, Q50 took it even further with another line. "That Glock 23, my favorite gun, I swear, spit water. Said 9-5 wanna troll? Ask about McDonald's. That spot closed."
I ain't heard from that Slide, man, since he crashed into that crib, man. Life got broke from life support. I say, all my pain keep me going. Slide getting annoying. I just want to see them pull the plug.
Fans immediately connected those lyrics back to the same tragic shooting. Q50 didn't stop there either. He even mentioned Boogie's mom in one verse that made people furious. He said, "I went up 8. They know I'm a real deal stepper. His mama got hit. She was in the way. That's just what happened." Q50 took it even further when he dropped the track 7.62, where he described exactly how Boogie was taken out. He rapped, "Glock 29 with a switch, and you know that thing come with a grip. Please don't run, don't trip. That's how Boogie got hit. Close McDonald's, I don't want to work shifts." The lyrics sent social media into chaos. Fans couldn't believe how directly he called it out, and it made people wonder if he was confessing through his music or just playing into his street image. But Q50 wasn't the only one throwing shade. A rapper from 9-5 Mob named Mark fired back with a response track called Get Even. In his verse, he rapped, "I threw the 9, yeah, we squeezing. We took a loss, it's time to get even. For Boogie, we blitzing. I chase him down, he gon' miss it. You say you gang, then stand over. A hound over, kill him. We all shooters, we all gon' hit him." The back and forth between the two camps had the streets and the internet on fire. Even though those diss tracks made it sound like Q50 and Lil Jeff were behind Boogie's death, some sources close to the situation claimed they actually had nothing to do with it. Still, the police never solved the case.
And for the units on scene for the 10-1, we got another call for the 10-1 at 619 East 89th Place at a male black with a white do-rag, dark sweatshirt, standing in the doorway of the building, reloading. He shot at the police. So you guys use caution for 619 East 89th Place. If a male black reloading a gun per citizen wearing a dark sweatshirt with a white do-rag on his head, standing in the doorway.
And that mystery only made the story bigger and more dangerous. A few months later, tragedy struck again, this time hitting Q50 and Lil Jeff's own family. Their cousin, C Money,
was shot and killed. His death was a devastating loss for the Bloodhounds, and it set off another wave of chaos that tore their alliances apart. C-Money's death was reportedly the spark that caused the split between Trap City and Drill City, two groups that had been tight for years. According to rumors, the whole feud started over a stolen chain. Some people claim Lil Jeff had snatched it, while others said it was one of his friends who did it. Either way, members from Trap City weren't letting that slide, and when they tried to confront Jeff's side, it turned into a shootout that left C-Money gone. Nobody really knows for sure who was behind C-Money's death, but Q50 later went live on Instagram and claimed that the person responsible was already locked up, saying that's the only reason they were still breathing. That statement got everyone talking, and the tension between crews reached a boiling point. Q50 and Lil Jeff were furious about losing their cousin, and word on the street was that they wanted payback. Rumors started flying that they might have had something to do with the death of a guy named Lil Po. After Lil Po passed, Jeff went online and said he died for dissing Z-Nonny, making the situation even messier. Soon after, Jeff and Q50 dropped a track called In Your Home, where Jeff rapped, "Lil Po diss Z, now Lil Po gone. You know that don't take too long. Lay in the grass till he come home." The lyrics had people convinced the rumors were true.
It's a clone, it's a ghost. Y'all ain't talking about yeah, this Glide, this the clone. This Slide V2. Y'all first one up, remember?
Still, no solid proof ever surfaced connecting Jeff or Q50 to Lil Po's death. Lil Po's close friend Lou Glock even came out and said straight up that nobody from the Bloodhounds touched Lil Po. But the streets was buzzing non-stop, and everyone knew tension was high. Not long after, Q50 himself got shot in the leg. There weren't many details about exactly what happened, but he later referenced it in his track Coffin, rapping, "That little leg shot, it wasn't nothing. I jump out when I shoot, I don't miss. Your homie's gone, he rusted in pits. When I'm outside, it's 50 in the switch." Then, on 7.62, he added, "I got hit in the leg. They said I died. Thought he seen a ghost when I popped on live." Fans went wild seeing Q50 show up online right after the rumor said he was gone. Even though Q50 survived, the situation didn't calm down. It got even worse. According to Street Talk, the Bloodhounds allegedly struck back at Trap City a few weeks later, and a man named Leo lost his life in the process. Reports said Leo was getting into a rideshare car when someone walked up and started shooting into the vehicle. After Leo's death, Lil Jeff and Q50 turned up the pressure in the booth, dropping diss after diss aimed straight at their rivals. On their track No Tomorrow, Q50 came in wild with bars like, "Jump out all black, jam 532, that's a shack attack. Try to run, hit him in the back. Last dude from the 7, call him a Uber pack." Fans instantly knew who he was talking about, and social media lit up with reactions.
Hey man, get them people that...
They shouldn't have been trying to kick it down the line of green. That's it, $10. It cost him his whole hustle career. Everything he worked hard for.
Then, on Make It Bar, Q50 went even harder, throwing more shots at Lil and his crew. He rapped, "They slid, shot out the crib, asked what happened next. All he seen was 3 masked up, blowing Nike texts. Whoever sent that boy a lift, asked him did he make it back." The disrespect in those lines had the internet on fire, and everyone was debating whether Q50 had just admitted too much. He kept it going on Splash Bros, claiming that he and Jeff were the ones who handled business with Lil. He said, 7.62's out the Drake. They hurt, they messed Lil up. Fans took that as confirmation of what people in the streets had already been whispering, that Q50 and Jeff were really out for revenge. Then, in August 2023, an OG from Trap City named Glenn was shot at a gas station. Thankfully, he survived, but the rumors immediately pointed towards Lil Jeff and Q50 being the ones who allegedly caught him slipping. A few months later, Jeff dropped a track called Stretch, and fans thought he might have just told on himself. In the song, he rapped, "Caught one lacking at the store, tried to run, but you know he too slow. 5 shots, he's stretching the door, then Lil Uzi gave him 10 more. Those lyrics sounded way too close to the real situation, and people online connected the dots instantly. Q50 doubled down on Splash Bros, matching the same number of shots Jeff mentioned. He rapped, "We really be stepping on stuff. That dude tried to run, he fell, he stuck. I gave him 10, Jeff gave him 5. Guess that still wasn't enough.
Caller heard 6 gunshots, witness male black wearing black clothing shooting into a white vehicle, possibly a Toyota Camry.
When Q50 started name-dropping people in his songs, fans couldn't believe how bold he was. He went off again on the track In Your Home, rapping, "We pull up, send shots to your lips. We gon' spin and spin again. Left on the floor." I'm talking about Glenn. He wasn't holding back at all. Then, on 7.62, Q50 dropped another wild bar. "I'm up 8. It would have been 10 if it wasn't for Spoonie, if it wasn't for Glenn." Everyone online went crazy, saying he was basically giving play-by-play stories through his music. At that point, rumors said Q50 and Lil Jeff was spinning on their enemies constantly, but one of the biggest things they bragged about was snatching chains. It became part of their image, and they weren't shy about it either. One time, they allegedly robbed a guy named 6300 Brito, who thought he was pulling up to buy some weed, but instead they took his jewelry and later went live on Instagram to mock him. The internet blew up with clips of the live, and it instantly went viral. Q50 even referenced that same moment in one of his songs, saying, "I done took so many Cubans, I love snatching chains off necks. This AP on my wrist, 41, cost a brick. As Brito wears Rolly went, we smacked him and his chick." The lines had everyone talking, and even people outside the city were starting to recognize his name.
I want Derek and Reddy Gary, I went with Bursky. And when all that shit, why would the fuck would somebody be what? First of all, what make y'all even think somebody gonna shoot at me? What the have I did for a nigga to shoot at me?
Brito repped a set on the west side called TMC, and at first, TMC wasn't even involved in the Bloodhounds beef, but that changed the moment Brito got robbed. Afterward, Rito and his homies from TMC started dissing the Bloodhounds heavy, calling them out online and in their own music. That back and forth turned dangerous quick. A few weeks later, someone went live on TMC member Sly's Instagram account, but the person on camera never showed their face. That alone had fans suspicious something bad had happened. Lil Jeff later posted, claiming that he hadn't heard from Sly since his car crashed into a house, claiming that Sly was on life support afterward. Right around the same time, Q50 jumped on Facebook, bragging that he was up 8 hats on his eye, which fans interpreted as him keeping score in the streets. Then on Splash Bros, he rapped, "Sly got busted a month ago. His ass ain't talking." The whole situation made it sound like Q50 and Jeff were applying non-stop pressure to anyone who stood against them. And that's how things finally took a tragic turn, the day Lil Jeff lost his life. According to reports, Jeff and a few Bloodhound members went deep into Trap City's territory.
I was just talking to my peoples. But look though, like I ain't gonna lie, I miss the hood, for we not finna be killing each other, none of that, folks.
Where a shootout broke out. Word online was that Q50 was there too, but he managed to make it out alive. Jeff didn't. People say Jeff chased someone up to a house, trying to run him down, when suddenly gunfire erupted from inside. He was hit multiple times in the chest and collapsed before help could reach him. The news spread fast. Lil Jeff, one of the most well-known young names in his city, was gone. It was the end of an era for the Bloodhounds, and everyone close to him was crushed. After Jeff's death, Q50 changed completely. He started taking music way more seriously, dropping track after track, venting all his pain and anger through his lyrics. Every new release sounded raw and more personal, like he was using rap to process everything he'd been through. But just when it seemed like he was finding a new path, tragedy hit again. Barely a month after Jeff's passing, Q50 took another devastating loss when his close friend Lil Scum was killed. On July 7th, Lil Scum had shown up to a house and was caught on a doorbell camera walking inside. There's a bunch of different rumors about what happened that night, but many believe that the woman he was with might have set him up. A few hours later, police were called to that same house after shots were fired. When officers arrived,
I don't think he gonna make it, but we gonna see. I ain't never popped nobody that famous before. It's my first time.
They found Lil Scum had been shot, but before they could even secure the scene, the suspect allegedly started shooting at the police as well, turning the situation into total chaos. Reports say the shooter ran off on foot towards the east side, and when officers caught up to him a few blocks away, they spotted him reloading his weapon. Despite the heavy police presence, the suspect somehow managed to get away and disappeared into the night. After Lil Scum's death, rumors exploded across the city, and one name kept coming up, a woman named Nene. People online claim she might have been the one who set Lil Scum up, and the talk got so loud that she allegedly had to leave Chicago just to stay safe. The word was that the Bloodhounds were furious and wanted answers about what really happened that night. Before his death, Lil Scum had actually hinted that someone close might betray him. On his track Signs, he rapped, "God been showing me signs. These people telling me, watch your homies. Everybody want me to lose. This love ain't real. Not surprised if this girl do me dirty." Looking back, those lyrics hit hard, like he already knew what was coming. Still, nobody really knows who killed Lil Scum, but plenty of fans and insiders pointed fingers towards a rival crew known as Risky Road. The Bloodhounds and Risky Road already had bad blood brewing, and things got worse after one of Risky Road's members, Risky Bands, called out Q50 directly on Instagram just days before Lil Scum was killed. According to people familiar with the situation, the beef between Risky Road and the Bloodhounds really started when Lil Scum dissed a fallen Risky Road affiliate named Lil 30. A few hours after Lil Scum's death, members from Risky Road were posting pictures and captions about Lil 30, saying they'd handle anyone who dared disrespect his name. Rumors said that one of the guys from Risky Road, known as Turbo, might have been one of the shooters that night. Things got even wilder when a fake fan account reportedly tricked Turbo into exposing himself online, basically bragging about what happened without realizing he was being recorded. Screenshots of the conversation spread all over social media, and fans immediately connected him to the incident. In September 2024, everything between the Bloodhounds and Risky Road exploded into chaos. CEO Hawk, one of Risky Road's top members, reportedly pulled up with his crew ready to strike against the Bloodhounds. Word is Hawk was hanging out the car window, ready to shoot, but the Bloodhounds were already prepared for action. Before Hawk could even fire, someone hit him with a shot that ended it instantly. Rumors online claim Q50 was the one who head-tapped Hawk, though nothing was ever proven. After that song, Q50 had a huge target on his back. Risky Road members were furious, and the streets said they wanted payback bad. Things got even crazier when they shooters allegedly tried to catch Q50 snipping at a studio session, but they almost hit the wrong people.
That night, Q50 was filming a vlog with popular YouTuber Brandon Buckingham. They were all at the studio working when later that night, Brandon and his crew tried to leave. Suddenly, shots started flying. Witnesses said they were gunmen posted up outside waiting. In the chaos, Brandon's cameraman got grazed in the neck, just inches away from a fatal hit. You can even hear him in the video yelling, "Oh, I got hit, okay." It was a terrifying moment that could have gone way worse. A Philly rapper named Skrilla, who just happened to be there that night, also got shot. He wasn't involved in the Q50 versus Risky Road beef at all. He was just caught in the wrong place at the wrong time. After the shooting, Skrilla took the pain straight to the booth and dropped the track called Shot Rack. In it, he fired back lyrically rapping Hop Out and Blitz, trying to Troy Polamalu, Ray Lou, Risky Road. That line was a clear warning, showing that even outsiders were getting dragged into the madness surrounding Q50's name. Q50's lyrics were getting darker and more personal than ever. In one track, he dropped the line, "Did you see up on the news who got hit today? Heard somebody got head tapped, now they passed away." Fans instantly knew what he was referencing, and it sent the internet into overdrive. Not long after that, Q50 appeared on No Jumper to talk about the studio shooting that made headlines. During the interview, he said he wasn't even with Skrilla or Brandon Buckingham when the shots went off that night. He claimed he had already left before it happened, probably just trying to keep his name in business off the internet while everything was still fresh. But of course, the rumor mill didn't slow down one bit. Soon after the No Jumper appearance, fans noticed something strange. Q50 had unfollowed his longtime homie Vert on Instagram. That instantly sparked gossip that there was tension between them. Vert then added fuel to the fire by posting that he didn't have a manager anymore, which was a big clue that something had gone wrong between them, especially since he and Q50 used to share the same manager. Vert was repping both Trap City and Drill City, so when those two sets started clashing, he ended up losing a lot of close friends. Things got even messier when a leaked phone call surfaced, allegedly showing Vert telling Lil Jeff that he missed Trap City. Fans immediately started speculating that it was only a matter of time before he and Q50 had real issues. For a minute, it really did look like Q50 and Vert were about to start beefing for real. But then Q50 went live and cleared the air, saying he could never fall out with Vert, that they were just having a small disagreement and people were blowing it out of proportion. That's my brother, ain't no hate, just a little tension. It seems like the two might still be on decent terms, but Q50 hasn't slowed down at all when it comes to drama. By early 2025, he had sparked a new beef, this time going after members of FBG. He started dropping disses toward names like Woos, Duck, and Brick, even though he was just a kid when that generation of GDs was active. FBG hasn't been as heavy in the spotlight since Duck's passing, but they still have people who are ready to ride for the name. So when Q50 started dissing their fallen members, fans were shocked, saying he might have just opened the door he couldn't close. Even with all the tension, Q50 keeps bragging that he's up 8 hats on his enemies and moving like he's untouchable. But at the same time, videos have surfaced showing him looking out of control, even appearing to use substances on camera and nearly nodding off behind the wheel. People are starting to worry that he's headed down a dangerous path. At this point, Q50 got two choices: either focus on his music and escape the streets for good, or keep playing with danger until it's too late. What do you think? Can Q50 really turn things around, or is he too deep in the chaos already? If you made it this far, hit that like button, drop a comment with your thoughts, and subscribe for more deep dives into the wildest rap beefs that are out right now.